Okay, we're going to get started. Good evening to everyone. I am Dave Humple, your Presidential Diamond Leader. Sandy, are you on the line?
I am.
Holy cow, that's loud. Hit the little volume thing on. Hit the volume thing on your button on the controller for your microphone, the down button.
Is that better?
A little better. Keep going.
Check, check.
We'll just have it. It'll just be loud.
I'm loud. It's probably me.
Okay, and can you see my computer screen?
Man.
Okay, wonderful. So we're going to get started. For those of you that are on the webinar tonight, welcome. If you are just calling in and not watching this visually, I think you're going to lose a lot of value. So if you can get to a computer and get logged into this webinar, I would highly recommend it. But you'll still get some value if you're calling in and listening. So the reason we want to do this call, and this is really a follow-on to the last webinar I did where we talked about launching your new distributors, I think it is extremely important to show your new distributors immediate success. If someone stays in this business for a month and they haven't signed any loyal customers or distributors, and then that first auto ship processes, they're not going to be very happy and they're going to begin to think that they made a mistake. When in fact we know that they did not make a mistake, that this is an incredible opportunity. If they don't see immediate success, then we've got a problem. Let's be honest, the nature of our business, unless your new distributor is making money, then you're not making money. Okay, so when I bring a new business partner into this business and they don't make any money, then I didn't make any money, and that means we both just wasted our time. So in my mind, it is paramount to your success that you invest everything you have into the success of your new distributors. And if you're a new distributor on this call, you're going to get a lot of value out of this webinar tonight because you can just pretend like I'm training you. Now, there is a post in the Wrapping Your Dreams team page that I'll ask Sandy to watch for periodically, although I'm going to be talking with her. And you can ask your questions on there, and I'll check it every once in a while too. And we'll try and answer your questions live as they pop up. So that way, if I'm going through something you don't quite understand what I said, I'll go ahead and try and reiterate it. So the thing about investing in your new distributors, in my mind, you're going to go a lot farther in this business if you were to simply sign 3 distributors and then work one-on-one with them to launch their business than it would be to sign 20 distributors and leave them behind. You know, tag them in a post and keep on moving. And so I guess with that being said, we'll go ahead and get started. So, you know, we're really jumping into day 2 of training here. On day 1 of training, we follow a three-phase training process for our new distributors. And Sandy and I share that responsibility. On day 1, you know, your distributor just signed up and they're like super excited. And so what I'll tell you is don't waste that excitement. Put it to work. And so the first thing I do is I make sure that they know where myitworkstraining.com is right there. And so I'll ask, I hear that I'm going in and out and I apologize. I think it's probably just the internet connections. So I show them where myitworkstraining.com is, and that's this website right here. And what this is a series of videos. And I tell them to go ahead and watch those videos. And I tell them to have a pen and paper while they're doing it and to take notes and write down any questions they may have, because we're going to make an appointment to talk again probably tomorrow, the second day, because I want to get through this process as fast as I can so I can immediately get them to work and show them results. Because once I show them results, they're going to be all about this. Okay? So then I have them watch these series of videos and take notes and write down any questions. The second thing that I do is I show them how to get into their eSuite. And so there's a couple ways you can get into your eSuite. You can go to workstation.myitworks.com, or you can go to esuite.myitworks.com, or you can actually go to your replicated website. You know, the website name that you put in, be it sandyhumple.myitworks.com or whatever your website is. You can go there and log into your back office also. And I tell them to go in there and play around and check everything out. And I make sure they know that you can't break anything. So just go check it all out and play around after you watch your videos. And then I go ahead and set that appointment. At that point, I invite them and I tell them that I'm going to add them. I add them, I'm going to move this over here real quick. I add them to Wrapping Your Dreams team page. And then if you're on this webinar and you're not in our training page, we also have a page dedicated just to training information. So it's not like our team page where it feeds constantly and you miss stuff. The only information posted in here is training information that's going to stay there. So chances are, if you saw it there yesterday, it's probably going to be there today also. And that was the intent of having this page. So if you're not in there, go ahead and find that page and request to join, and we'll approve you. So anyway, I'm going to move this back over here. Let's see. And that's what we do the first day. And then, Sandy, you want to talk about, I know that you typically announce them and congratulate them, but you not only do that in the team page, but what else do you do?
Well, so I always tell them when I'm signing them on. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Let me turn it down. I feel embarrassed that I'm loud. I turned it down. Okay, I'm back on. Let me know if you can hear me. Okay, is that better? I'm not hurting your eardrums anymore. Sorry. Okay. So when I sign a new distributor, typically when I am on the phone with them and they're getting ready to sign up, I tell them, oh, sorry, that's the school calling.
I got it. Go ahead.
Okay. So typically I tell them, okay, once I get you enrolled, I'm going to send you the link to your website. I'm going to send you log on information, and then I'm going to welcome you to our pages. And I get very excited about this because a lot of people who sign on that have been with previous companies didn't have the support that we have. So I'm always excited to tell them that we have a team page and then we have a training page, and then I have a personally enrolled page. I do not recommend that until you're triple diamond or above. However, so I go in there and I announce them, I welcome them, and I encourage everyone to give them this really big welcome so they feel part of our family. And then I go on to their page and I post a welcome. And when I post that welcome, it is to let their friends and family know that they've started their own business. It is also to show my new distributor how I post on Facebook. So I do that. Is that what you were looking for, Dave?
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what I was looking for, so thank you. Okay. Can you hear me okay? Hello? Can you hear me? Okay. I guess everyone can hear me. So I'm going to keep going. So that's what Sandy does on the first day, and typically she does that, but then she makes an appointment with me for the second day. And so on the second day, they've pretty much played around in their eSuite and they watch her training videos. Hopefully, most times they get through some of them. So I kind of just reiterate the importance of them. And then we get right into the meat of it. So the first thing I want you to do when you're talking to your new distributors, or if you're a new distributor on this webinar, I want to congratulate you. You have you just started what is potentially $1 million business. There is no limit to what you can make in this business, and I'm going to tonight explain to you a little bit about what it is that you're in, so you get the full feel for it. And so you should be excited because you don't get to start a business like this for $99 with the potential. The risk is minimal when you consider the potential payoff of this business. So again, congratulations. And so the next thing that I want to do is explain what our business model is. And so when you look at conventional, I'm not changing anything. So this is just the screen I got up. But when you look at our conventional business models, when you look at Walmart, when you look at McDonald's, they all advertise via conventional means they take a portion of their budget, they set a percentage aside, and they say, we're going to spend this much on advertising. And so if you look at like Walmart, they spend $1 billion a year in advertising. If you look at McDonald's, they spend about $1 billion a year. If you look at Verizon, they spend like $2.5 billion a year. And that's crazy to think that companies spend so much on advertising. But all that means is that's a portion of their budget. That means they're doing way more than that in sales. And the reason that they spend so much in advertising is simply because they know the more people they reach, the more sales they're going to have for their company. And so for them, it's an investment. Now, our company does it a little different. We don't advertise. We don't have an advertising budget set aside for commercials and magazine ads and all that stuff. What our company instead does is builds our advertising budget into our compensation plan, and it's built into the point of 53 cents on every dollar. So, let's see, draw. So for every BV, and we'll talk about that, we'll just call that $1 now for argument's sake, the company pays out 53 cents in commission. So if you look at a company that did, let's say $500 million in sales last year, $500 million in sales, and they pay out 53 cents on every dollar, that means they paid out $265 million in commissions last year. Now, I think during last year we're talking about maybe 40 to 50,000 DTs. They paid out $265 million in commissions to 40 to 50,000 DTs. And I'm sorry, these aren't last year's numbers because last year's numbers haven't come out yet. These are 2013 numbers. So we did close to $500 million in sales to 40 or 50,000 distributors. Okay, so what does that mean for you? That means it is your job to build a sales team. The company is going to pay you. You join this company and you get to build your own sales team. You're now the CEO of your own company and you get to build this sales team. And so the neat thing is the bigger you build this sales team, the more sales you're going to cause for the company. And the more sales you cause for the company, the more they're going to pay you. So why does this make sense for the company? Well, that's because they don't pay on results. See, Walmart's going to pay out $1 billion in advertising if it gets them $1 billion worth of sales or not. But our company, the way it's designed in a compensation plan, they only pay out that advertising fee when it results in sales. So it's very efficient for them. They pay out on the results that they get. And so that's what's neat about this. Instead of advertising, they pay you to go advertise for them via word of mouth. And so, and the neat thing about this is, a typical sales job, you might be responsible for doing $100,000 in sales yourself, but not in our business model. In our business model, your job is to build a sales team. And so you want to get a team of a lot of distributors doing a little instead of one distributor doing a lot. Because to be honest, I don't think that you can do $100,000 in sales by yourself, but you could certainly build an organization with 500 distributors that each do $400 in sales. And then now you're talking, you got $1,000 in sales. And so the more you do, the more the company is going to pay you. So that's your goal, is to build a team of distributors that are going out and sharing the word of our amazing products and our amazing opportunity. So not only do you get paid on the efforts of the distributors you bring into the company, you also get paid on the distributors that they bring in. Okay, and it's called geometric progression. And all that means is, hey, this is you. You sign 3 distributors. Those 3 sign 3. And it can get really big really fast. And the reason I'm picking 3 is because that matches with our business model of Steps to Success. If you haven't heard of that already, we'll go over it. Okay? And you can imagine if each one of these is doing $400 in sales, all of a sudden, next thing you know, you're doing hundreds of thousands of dollars in sales, and the company is paying you accordingly. Okay? So that's our business model. Does that make sense, Sandy? Uh-oh, I think she lost her sound again. Okay. Okay. Well, we're gonna move on. The next thing I want to do is I want to set some expectations for you and your business, and I'm just going to get a little real here for a minute. Your business is going to succeed or fail solely based on you and your efforts. It's not a matter of what kind of support your upline gives you, or what the people that you're bringing into this business do for you, or the people that are around you. You're going to live and die by your efforts. Every single distributor in this company works with the same compensation plan and the same product line. I hear that I keep cutting in and out, and I apologize. I'm going to have to keep going. I am recording it. Hopefully those recordings, the cutting in and out, won't be on the recording. And I hear some people saying they hear me fine, so I think it may just be your individual internet connections. Okay? But the point I want to make to you is that this business is going to be a direct result of what you put into it. And so if you want this to be a hobby for you, it can be a hobby. If you want to make $500 a month, then you can very easily make $500 a month. If you want to make $100,000 a month, you can do that. But it's all a function of what you put into it. I want you to realize that this is a business and not this is you're now the president, the CEO of your company, and you're going to make it what you want it to be. As far as your upline goes, I don't want you to depend on your upline. I don't want you to depend on me. What I want you to do is I want you to see your upline, or I want you to see me as a resource for you. I want you to see me as a resource for you to use. Meaning when you need me, you can use me as a resource, but don't depend on me. And I'm not the only resource out there. Your upline is not the only resource out there. I would encourage you to go find every successful person in It Works and follow them. And I would encourage you to self-develop and utilize any resource you can, but that's really what I want you to consider your upline for, but not depend on them, but better to use them because they want you to be successful. Okay? The next thing is we have a mobile app, and I got to figure out where I put that. We have a mobile app, which if you don't have it, I don't know if you have an Android phone or if you have a Apple phone, but you can go, and I'll show you where this is in a little bit. You can go download this app, and what it's going to help you do is it's going to help you track your goals here that we're going to talk about in your first 30 days. And I actually, for the purpose of this webinar, I put this on here, and I thought the websites would be on here. But you can actually go into your app stores and find the mobile app by searching It Works mobile app, and you'll find it in there. I don't know why it's not on here. So anyway, so that's important. And then I want you to write down these websites also if you haven't done already. Write down myitworksevents.com, and for me this is important, and I'm actually going to go to the website here. If you go to myitworksevents.com, this is our corporate calendar, and so you'll find we have specific training venues that you can go to. We have green carpets, which are they happen about twice a year, and it's basically where the whole company gets together. We have One Team, One Missions, which are like big opportunity meetings all over the country all the time. And then we have our yearly conference. But the thing is that when you click on these, it shows you the calendar. So there's a couple things that I wanted to show you specifically on here. I'm going to encourage you to get to any and all corporate sponsored events that you can, simply because it it's going to change the face of your business. It's going to change your belief because it's going to surround you by like-minded people, and you're going to hear and see so many success stories, and you're going to meet these people, and you're going to start to see that they're real. You're going to start to see that they're just like you and me, and then you're really going to start to believe within yourself that, yes, you can do this. So a couple things, these are all the One Team, One Missions, but a couple things that I want to show you is there's a corporate call every Sunday night and every Monday night. It's called Show Me the Money Call. Now, corporate calls are good, and I will encourage you to get on them. All you got to do is click on it, and you can click on this and listen on your computer, or you can call in on these numbers right here, okay? Or, and that's the Sunday night corporate call, and that's actually by the corporate leadership from the CEO, Mark Pentecost, and Pam Souter, Mike Patillo. But the call that I really, if I had to pick one thing for me as important, is you get on this Show Me the Money call. And same thing, you just click on the links or call in. Every week they have different people on that have reached success through this opportunity, and you get to hear their stories. You get to hear where they came from, struggles that they've gone through, and then where they've gone to, or where they've actually what they've achieved through It Works. And for me, I know Sandy and I listen to those calls every single Monday for sure. We'd never miss that one, because really what it does is it just instills that belief in you that you can do this too. So that's the myitworksevents.com, and I wanted to show you that. And then I'm going to go back. The next one is myitworksstore.com. If you look right here, I'm trying to highlight it, myitworksstore.com. And I've actually got that loaded up here also. And this is where, if you've seen, like on Facebook or whatever, everybody's wearing like the It Works clothes. We call it black, green, and bling. It's kind of where everyone, we get our own unique identity and branding. Well, this is where you would find that stuff. And so that would be under apparel. But some other things that we can look at too is the print material. If you're looking, hey, in your distributor kit, you probably got a couple cards that look like this. We call them Blitz cards. And this is where you would actually order more, and you can actually get them customized. And we have some other print material in here too, and I think some business cards somewhere around there. But this is where you would get all that at myitworksstore.com. And then the next website that I wanted to show you just real quick is called myitworksproductcoach.com. Okay? And so that one is right here. And what this is it's kind of like an online electronic frequently asked questions section for all our products. So if you have a question about any of our products, you can go here, and there's energy. So we've got a whole bunch of questions about energy, and then the answers. So it's a good source for you to go help learn your product line, because this is your own business. And I think one of the most important things to be successful in this business is to know your products, because you're going out and trying to share them with everyone. So those are the three websites that I wanted you to be aware of, and I'm actually going to close those out so they don't get in the way. And then the next place that I wanted to go to is the eSuite. And I wanted to show you around. I'm going to log into mine. Typically, if I were training a real distributor on here, I would log into their account. But I wanted to show a couple things. This is your back office. This is the operating system for your business. And so you see some tabs up here, and like you'd be able to get all your commissions just by simply clicking on that. And there's a whole bunch of reports to help run your business. And I wouldn't worry about that too much now. And hopefully you saw this because I showed you this last night and you were playing around in this. The documents library, I'm going to save that for last because that's one of my most important and favorite sections. Here's where you would set your auto ship up. And so you can see, make sure that you have an 80 BV auto ship set up. And we talked about why that's so important when you join. Here's a settings tab where you can change your billing profiles or billing information or your website or any of that stuff. And then, so this is pretty important right here. We've got It Works University, and this link to the Trading Academy does not work. I'm not quite sure why. I remember we said just go directly to myitworkstraining.com. But if you're not up to speed on social media, or even if you think you do, we have a wealth of information available to you right now through this 100-day social media training, and it costs $49. And you can see all it is like a 3 to 5 minute video. I guess this one's 7 minutes every day. And when you get to the end of the 100 days, you're going to be like a social media master. And social media is certainly one of our most powerful tools. So I would highly recommend that you subscribe to that. And you know, even though you're joining at day 49 or 40, whatever it is, you'll get all the videos. So you can just start at day 1 and then play catch up. Okay. So that's important for me. And then the last place is orders. And I think this is important because we're about to talk about your goals. And one of the things that you're going to want to do is enroll customers. So I wanted to show you how to do that real quick. So this is where you would go in if you wanted to place an order or if you wanted to check your order history. But more importantly, every time I sign a new loyal customer distributor, I go right here to enroll new customer. Okay. And so also, as you know, we're in several countries throughout the world. So if you ever wonder what countries we're in or not in, if you just come to this screen and you hit this drop down menu, if the country is on here, then we're in that country. And if we're not, then it won't be on there. But it defaults to your country. And so if I want to enroll a new loyal customer, I just simply hit loyal customer. And then you'll see that this will load up in a second. And then I just click on the things that they want to order and hit continue and put their information in. So it's really easy and it's self-explanatory. And again, if you don't remember all this, it's okay. I just want to, give you an overview right now of where everything is. And it's going to be okay if you ask me tomorrow, hey, where was that place where I enroll a customer? And I'll be happy to show you again. So anyway, that's the eSuite. The last section for me is the most important section. In my opinion, anything that you would need to run your business is going to be in this document section. So I'm going to click on that real quick and wait for it to load up. Okay. And so a couple things that for me are pretty important in this section is number one, if you go to the commissions tab, you'll see our compensation plan. And if you just click on it, you'll see that it downloads. And I think it's pretty important that you become familiar with our compensation plan because that's how you get paid. And so, I mean, we joined this business to make money. And so for me, it's very important that you understand how it is that you get paid. Now you're going to read through this. And for me, it's kind of easy to read, but that's because I understand the compensation plan. And you may read it and it may be completely Greek to you. But if you continue to read it and learn it and ask me questions, you're going to understand it, soon enough. And so that's the goal. So you can turn around and start teaching other people how to do it. So that's important to know. Some other things, and I'm checking my notes here to see what else I like to talk about. Okay, let's do this. How about policies and procedures? So you're now running a business and you are obligated by the laws of not only the company, but the company makes their rules based on make sure that we meet the laws and keep the FDA happy and all that stuff. And so for me, it's very important that you start to verse yourself with the policies and procedures of your company. And this is pretty self-explanatory too. And typically if I have a question, I go here first and I can typically find the answer based on what we can and cannot do. So I just wanted to show you that. The next thing I want to show you, and we're going to talk about this tonight, is a thing what we call the steps to success. And I'm just going to type in steps, and I know it's at the bottom. I'm going to ask that you go find this document and then print it out, and we're going to talk about it a little bit as it loads up here. Maybe. It's because everyone's watching, so it's not going to work. Okay, these are the steps to success, and I encourage everyone to print these out, and we'll talk about why that is because we're going to let that drive our efforts, and we're going to cover this more in depth here in a little bit. So you got that, and then you also have what they call a Ruby chart, and so we talked about that $500 Ruby bonus, and so this is actually the Ruby chart is going to help guide your efforts to get to Ruby rank and earn that $500 bonus. So I would encourage you to open that up and print that out also. Okay. And then the last thing is, oh, my favorite. Okay, so you're new and you know about the wraps. We talked about a couple other products, but I wanted to show you that there is a detailed product information sheet for each product that we have in the company. Okay, and so there is, we have to stay in good graces with the FDA and the company and advertising laws and all that stuff. And so you want to be careful on what you can and can't say, and sometimes there's some gray area on what we can and can't do. So what I'll tell you is, if it's in one of these product information sheets, you're probably safe to say it. And the other thing I'll say is that start studying these product information sheets and learn your products. And if you were to know everything that was on all these product information sheets, you would probably be smarter than 90% of the distributors in this company, because I think a lot of people don't take the time. So I'll just click on one and it tells you, what it is and what it's used for, and it gives you an ingredients list and how to use it, and it gives you frequently asked questions and all that. So it's a pretty detailed explanation of each product. And so what a lot of people do is they print all these out and they keep them in a book so they can reference them. Or like for me, I downloaded them all to my iPad and I keep them electronically on my iPad. So if I'm out talking to someone, I could just pull out my iPad, open up a product information sheet if they have any specific questions that I can answer for them. So that's pretty important, and that is a great place for you as a new distributor to start learning all your products that we have. And then we got some pricing sheets and stuff like that down here also. Okay, so in a nutshell, that's the eSuite. I wanted to show you. I know you looked through this last night, but I kind of want to cover those things specifically. Okay, so we're back to here. The next thing we're going to talk about is the steps of success. Now, we build our business through a simple 3-step business model, and this is it. And step 1 is to join the party, and you've already done that. And again, let me congratulate you on that. And then we have some very specific goals that we're looking to accomplish in our first 30 days. And one of them is for you to sign 4 loyal customers. Okay? And we're going to talk about what a loyal customer is here in a little bit. But basically, those are people that want to use our products. Those are customers. They're the ones buying our products. And then you want to go out and find 3 distributors. Okay? And those are people like you and me, people that want to start their own business and start making money by using our products and sharing them with other people. Okay? Now, the neat thing about our steps to success is I'm going to show you a couple things here. And so maybe we should talk about what a Ruby is first. Okay? I'm going to go here. This is a Ruby structure. So what it says to make Ruby, and just bear with me, I'm going to teach you what all this stuff is. What it says is to make Ruby, you have to have 3 qualified legs. If you look right here, let me underline it. 3 qualified legs, with at least one of those legs being at the executive level. An executive leg is a leg that has an executive within the depth of that leg. So what does that mean? Okay, so there's a couple things that are that we need to understand. Number 1, every distributor on your top line starts a leg. So if this is you and you sign one distributor, say Tim, you have 1 leg. And if you sign another distributor, say Mary, you now have 2 legs. Okay? Now if Tim signs 3 distributors, you still only have 2 legs. Okay? Tim has 3 legs, but that doesn't affect how many legs you have. So every distributor on your top line starts a leg. So now if you sign another one, let's say Tina, okay, you now have 3 legs. Now if you remember on the steps of success, we asked you to sign 3 distributors. So who did we say here? We said, I got to go back to the other page. Ooh, where was I? Here we go. Tim, Mary, and Tina. So I'm going to go back there. So let's just say we said you signed Tim and Mary and Tina. So now you have 3 legs. Your first one, your second one, and your third leg. If you sign another distributor out here, okay, let's say Patty, okay, now you would have 4 legs. And if Tim, like we said, signed 3 distributors, he would have 3 legs. So does that make sense? Okay, good. So I'm just going to erase that real quick so we don't get confused. I just want to explain what a leg was. So what it says is you have to have 3 legs, and then the other tricky terminology that they said was you have to have 3 qualified legs. Okay, so let me explain to you what a qualified leg is. Okay, so you got this information here, and let's say, let's erase this part. Okay, okay, so this is you. Now you got a couple volumes that you care about. And so one of them is personal business volume right here. And personal business volume means the volume of sales that you do. Okay, your sales. And so this doesn't include the sales that your distributors do. This is just the sales you do. So when you bring a loyal customer into this business and they buy, let's say, a box of wraps, okay, that is the sales you did. If anyone goes on your website and does a retail order off your website, those are your sales. If your auto ship, remember we set up that ADBV auto ship, your auto ship is your sales. Okay, so your personal business volume is the sales that only you do. Now, that's personal business volume right here. Then you have group volume. Group volume is your personal business volume plus the personal business volume of every distributor in your downline. Okay, so that means Jim has his own personal business volume, and then his 3 distributors have their personal business volume. Whoop. And when you add all those up, you would get your group volume. So you would add this personal business volume right there, yours, Jim's, and then his 3 distributors. And when you add all that up, you get your group volume. Okay, so the one thing I wanted to show you here, though, is if we pretend that you don't have any distributors yet, okay, and it's just you, your group volume equals your personal business volume plus the personal business volume of every distributor in your downline. And since you don't have any yet, your group volume is your personal business volume. That's the total sales of your organization. Okay? So why is that important? We're going to go back to that Ruby chart. Notice here it says Mary has to be at 400 in group volume. And so does Tina. Now, maybe Mary doesn't have any distributors. Maybe Tina does. Let's say she's got Sally. Whoop. Okay. So maybe Tina's personal business volume is 200, but Sally's personal business volume is 200 also. That means Tina's group volume is 400. Okay. Does that make sense? Now, Mary doesn't have any distributors. That means her personal business volume, that means the sales that she personally does, have to add up to at least 400. So Tim comes in and he signs, let's just say Chris and Sandy. Okay. So you brought in 3 distributors, Tim and Mary and Tina, and then Tim, because you taught him those steps of success. Remember where we said we got to sign 3 distributors? You taught him that. And so he goes out and he starts signing his first distributors. And because we taught all our new distributors to go get their 4 loyal customers, their sales are getting up close to 400. And I'll show that to you in a second. Okay. So now let's say Chris goes out and he knows his goal is to do $400 in sales and he does 400. And then Sandy does 400. Okay. So when you bring in 3 distributors, and one of them has at least 2, and then those 4 distributors right here are all at $400 in sales, you go Ruby. Okay? So that's what it takes to get to Ruby. Now we're going to go back to the steps of success. Okay. The reason we like 4 loyal customers is because the average order of a loyal customer is about 80 BV. Okay, so you find 4 people that want to use our products, and then plus your auto ship, and if you'll notice that equals about 400. So when you get done signing 4 loyal customers, chances are you're going to be around 400 in volume. And so that's important. You can see why it's important that everybody be at least at 400 in personal business volume when they come into this business. But let me tell you what's more important for you. Okay. Number one, remember we talked about that $500 bonus for Ruby? One of the prerequisites to qualify for that bonus is that you have to get your 4 loyal customers in your first 30 days. So first things first, Ruby bonus, you must get 4 loyal customers in your first 30 days. Okay. Secondly, so that's the first reason. The second reason is that for every 2 loyal customers you sign for the life of your business, you get a wrap reward. Now, you know a box of wraps costs $59, but for every time you get a wrap reward, you get to get a box of wraps for $25. And guess what? There's no shipping associated with that. Okay? So because you signed 4 loyal customers in your first 30 days, you get 2 wrap rewards. That means you're going to get 2 boxes of wraps for $50. Okay? And also, when you get 4 loyal customers in your first 30 days, the company rewards you with $120 in product credit. Now, what I'm going to tell you to do, because you're a new distributor, is you go out and you get 2 more boxes of wraps with that product credit for free. Okay? And the reason I want you to do that is because we go out and we sell wraps as samples for $25 each. And the reason we do that is to spread the word of our business. Okay? You sell a wrap to someone for $25. They try that wrap. They see results in 45 minutes. They're going to want to come back to you and order more as a loyal customer, because instead of $25, which is retail price, they get a box of 4 for $59. So they're saving $40, and then you're gaining a customer. So that's why it's very important. But more importantly, it puts $25 in your pocket at a time. So if you consider that each box of wraps has 4 wraps and they're $25 a piece, that means each box equals $100 retail value. Okay? Now, I want you to look. When you got your kit, you got 1 box of wraps. We just told you if you sign 4 loyal customers in your first 30 days, you're going to get 2 wrap rewards, so you can get 2 more boxes with that. And because you got your 4 loyal customers, you got your 120 in free product. That means you got 2 more boxes. What that means is you're sitting with 5 boxes of wraps, or $500 in wrap cash. Now, the neat thing is not only when you go out and sell those wraps will you put $500 in your pocket, okay, it's also going to build your business, because not only do people see the results and want to come back as a customer, they see the goal that they have in their hands. You just showed them results in 45 minutes, and they see the business opportunity, and a lot of them are going to want to come join your business. And I'm just telling you, if you go out and you sell 5 boxes of wraps at $25 a piece, chances are you will have built yourself to Ruby at that point. So in my mind, if you want that $500 bonus, looking for my cursor, there it is. If you want this $500 bonus, and you want to build to the rank of Ruby, you need to go out and sell those wraps. And that is the quickest, easiest way to build your business. Okay? So I want to show you a couple other things. I'm going to go here. Realize that when you complete those, and we're going to go back to the steps of success. After you get your 4 loyal customers, or in conjunction, you want to make sure you get your 3 distributors, because signing those 3 distributors sets the foundation for your Ruby. And then you take those new distributors and you teach them the steps to success, and they go out and start signing distributors themselves. And they teach their new distributors the steps to success. So everyone's going out signing 4 loyal customers, and next thing you know, everybody's sales are starting to approach 400, and then you promote to the rank of Ruby because they're out trying to promote to the rank of Ruby, if that makes sense. Okay? So I wanted to show you something, your earning potential. So I just showed you that you have $500 in reps. Okay? You just got to go out and sell them. Secondly, when you make the rank of Ruby, you're going to get a $500 bonus. And the average commission of a Ruby is, we'll say for argument's sake, your first check will probably be about $400. Okay? So by completing the steps of success and getting to Ruby in your first month and selling all those reps, you're looking at $500 selling reps, which is going to build you to Ruby, I guarantee it. Okay? You're going to get that $500 bonus, and you're going to get a commission check of $400. Now, we've got another neat bonus that we haven't even talked about yet. Every time, I guess we should add this as number 4, when you sign your first 2 loyal customers, in this business, you are now Fast Start qualified. That means you can earn Fast Starts. Now, let me tell you what a Fast Start is. Every time I bring a new distributor into this business and they get 2 loyal customers in their first 30 days, I get a $100 bonus. So since I brought you into this business and you're striving to get your 4 loyal customers, I can almost guarantee you're going to get your 2 loyal customers. That means I'm going to get a $100 bonus. And those are paid out every Friday. Okay? And then once you become Fast Start qualified, for every distributor that you bring into the business that signs 2 loyal customers in their first 30 days, you're going to get that $100 bonus. Okay? That's why it's so important that we teach you steps to success to all our new distributors. And since they're striving for 4 to get their 120 in free product, they're definitely going to get their 2. So now you followed your steps of success. You brought in 3 new distributors into this company. And because you taught them the steps of success and they're all striving for 4, that means each one of them is going to Fast Start, and you're going to earn $300 in Fast Start bonuses. Okay? So when you add all this up, you got 500 is 1,000, plus $400 in commission is $1,400, plus $300 in Fast Starts. You're looking at $1,700 in your first month if you do this all in a month. Okay? And I know you can do it because we've done it. When we joined, we didn't have this $500 bonus. Okay? But I can tell you that we sold about $600 worth of reps. We didn't get a bonus. We got about a $330 commission check our first month, and we had $300 in Fast Start bonuses. So all in all, we cleared over $1,200 in our first month. And if we had a $500 bonus, we probably would have got that too. Okay? So it can be done, and if you take this serious, and I mean, we all agree in a 30-month period, you already know people that you're thinking of. You know 4 people that would want to use our products, and you know 3 people that you would want to get in this business with you. And we're going to talk about that at our next meeting. Okay? So that's the steps to success. So your goals, just to be clear, you have 2 very specific goals that must be done. Okay? Let me erase some of this. Okay? Goal number 1. Goal number 1, actually, I'll just type it. Sign 4 loyal customers in your first 30 days. And then goal number 2 is to sign at least 3 distributors in your first 30 days or sooner. And I think this can be done in your first 10 days. And we're going to help you come up with a plan to make sure that happens. Okay, so those are your goals. Now, the reason we concentrate on building Rubies, Notice that our steps to success are tied directly towards the Ruby chart, right? By signing the loyal customers, we build ourselves to 400. By bringing in 3 distributors, we set the foundation for our Ruby, and then we teach our new distributors the same thing, and then it naturally develops. Okay? The reason our steps to success is tailored towards this Ruby chart and why we concentrate on building Rubies, because this is the foundation of all our promotions. So I'm going to tell you if you want to, so this is what it takes to get to Ruby, and I'm going to tell you if you want to promote to the next rank, which is Emerald, you simply do it again. So if you notice, here is a Emerald chart, and if you notice, here is a Ruby, and here's another Ruby. So if you want to get the Emerald, you just build another Ruby, and now you got 2 Rubies, and you go Emerald. And the same, and it's going to keep going. So I go Diamond. Guess what? A Diamond is 3 Rubies. Okay, so you just keep building Rubies. What does that mean? That means every month we make our sole purpose to complete the steps to success, sign 4 loyal customers and 3 distributors, and make sure that we stress it and teach our new distributors the exact same thing. Okay? So that's that. Let's see. What do we need to talk about next? Okay. Oh, okay. So the next thing we want to talk about is the loyal customer program. Let me add another blank page in here. No, I'll work on this one. Okay, loyal customer program. So I'm telling you to go out and sign loyal customers, and you don't know what the loyal customer program is. So let's cover that real quick. Okay, and we'll call it LC is short for loyal customer. DT is short for distributor. Okay, so our loyal customer program is it's a customer incentive program, a reason that people would want to be customers with us. And so what it does is it offers the customers the opportunity to buy our products at wholesale price, the same price that you and I pay for it. And so this is how I explain it to people and how I explain it to you. Our program works kind of like Sam's Club. You know when you go to Sam's Club and you spend $50 to become a member and then you get to buy at wholesale price? Okay? Our program works the exact same way, except we waive that $50 fee if you agree to order 2 more times after your first order. Okay, so that's a good deal. And when you put it to people like that, you say, it costs $50, and they throw their guard up. Oh, they want money from me. And then you say, but I'm going to waive it. And then they let their guard down, and they're like, oh, okay, I'm interested. So that's always I always lead with it costs $50 and get them all tense, and then I say, but I'm going to waive it if you agree to order 2 more times after this. And you can order anything you want. Okay, but they get to order our stuff at wholesale price. So that's very appealing to them. And I'll write that down, wholesale price. Okay, the second attribute is that, and we waive that $50 fee. They also earn 10% product credit. So that means for every $100 they spend, they get $10 back in product credit towards future orders. Okay. The other thing that they get is once they complete their loyal customer agreement by either paying that $50 or ordering 3 times, they now are a loyal customer for life, and they now get free shipping for life. Okay. So I mean, that's another discount for them. And if they order consecutively for 6 months, they get a $50 product credit deposited to their account along with all their perk points that they've built up. And if they order for a year straight, they get $150 product credit. So there's ample opportunity for them to order, earn free product. And we've got another neat program called a loyal customer referral program. And so each loyal customer gets their own website. We call it a landing page because it's a 1-page website that is unique to their account. And so for every loyal customer that signs up through their account, they earn a free box of wraps or $35 in product credit. Okay? So that's very appealing to them. And so what I tell them is, hey, you have an opportunity in your first 30 days for every loyal customer you refer to me to earn a box of wraps or $35, and there's no limit to what you can do with that. And so what you do is if they refer a loyal customer to you, then you just go into their unique URL, their website, because they're not going to know how to do it, and you sign up the loyal customer through their website and earn them a free box of wraps or $35 in product credit. Okay? So, where am I at now? What did I miss? Okay, that's everything for the loyal customer program. So we talked about your goals for loyal customers in your first 30 days. You got to get those 3 distributors, teach them the steps of success, and get to the rank of Ruby. Okay, so that's all I really wanted to talk about tonight, but I wanted to set you up for talking with Sandy tomorrow, and I'm talking as if I'm talking to a new distributor here. So what I want you to do is I want you to go out and create a list of 20 to 30 people that you think would either want to use our products or start their own business and make money. And then I want you to go through that list of 20 to 30 people that you make up, and I want you to circle your top 5 that you want in this business with you. And I want you to write down why they're your top 5 and why that you want them in business with you, because I'm going to set you up with an appointment with Sandy tomorrow, and she's going to go over those top 5, and you're going to talk about them, why you want them in business, and she's going to tell you how to approach them. Okay. She's also going to help you set a launch party date, and then she's going to help you with how to invite and make sure that you get people there. So, and if you don't have questions, that's kind of all I had to show you tonight. So, all right, so that's my training session. I'm sitting here talking to myself. It's kind of crazy, but that's because I couldn't find a new distributor that wanted to jump on with me tonight. But I am going to Wrapping Your Dreams team page, and I'm going to see if there's any questions. Sandy, was there any questions on here? Any? No? Apparently Sandy's computer just quit working. Yeah.
Okay. So let me check on the Facebook page. There's no questions on the side here, although I would love some questions. We have tons of new distributors on tonight. I am sure somebody's got a question. So let me go check the team page. You can just type it in on the side if you're live on the webinar. If you're on the phone, go to our Facebook team page and underneath questions, post your question. Let's see. One question. Oh, that's not a question.
I don't see any.
It looks like that means them's going Ruby.
Okay. Well, I mean, if that's if there's no questions, I guess we can call it a night. Am I missing something here? Let me reload it one more time. See if. Okay, here we go. Here's a question. I'll be there in a second. Signing a loyal finally. No. Okay. I don't see any questions. Is there any on the webinar?
You mean on the no.
Yeah.
Oh, Jessica Burnett, she has a question.
Okay. Go ahead, Jessica. You can type it in the chat block or you can type it on the Wrapping Your Dreams team. Your choice.
My mom uses the same address as me, and it says I can't use the same address as me. Is your mom a loyal or a distributor?
Well, I will address that. You're not allowed to have loyal customers in the same house as distributors. And the reason being is, number one, it won't count towards bonuses. Because everybody would sign their husband and their kids and try and get their 4 loyal customers like that to get their 120 free products. So that wouldn't be right. And secondly, we have to pay shipping as distributors, whereas loyal customers don't. And so if you're a loyal customer, you have a loyal customer in the house, you wouldn't even have to order your products through your distributor account. You could just turn around and order through your loyal customer account and get free shipping, and then that would count towards your bonus volume, which means you'd be getting paid commission on top of it. And so that really goes against the intent of the compensation plan. So that's probably why they don't allow it. So you can, I mean, if your mom wants to be a loyal customer, then you should simply just order on your auto ship for her. That's because otherwise you're really just kind of cheating the system. So, and I know that wasn't your intent, but that's how the company sees it. So that's why they don't allow it. So hopefully that answers the question. So I got a question here. Let's see. I just saw something. What is the best way to start my business, and how do me and my wife grow together? All right, Sandy, you have anything to say to that?
Well, his wife's been in the business, and his wife is going diamond, and they just signed him. So I think what he's asking is, okay, now that I'm in, how can I help her? I'm going to tell you the way that Dave and I got started, and I'm going to let him add to it because he is the man in the business. Not that it matters by your gender. But when I started this business, Dave worked a full-time job, and I mainly in the beginning just, really focused on recruiting. I was out there rapping every single day, bringing home the rap cash and building a business, whereas Dave would always be charting us. So Dave knew he had a laid out foundation of where we were headed, how we were going to get there. Dave would literally come to me when I was charting to a promotion and say, okay, Sandy, you need 10 distributors. At that point, it was my goal to go get 10. Now, he's been in 3 years, and now he does speak to people, and I'm not telling you that you can't. You can build together. Basically, if you want to come in and just do the same thing she's doing, go out and rap people, host rap parties, go blitzing, complete your steps to success as well as she does. If you do that, you're going to double your efforts. You're going to double your income. Dave, you have anything to add to that?
I think I was muted. I was talking away. I think that everybody has to find their own relationship or the dynamic of their relationship and what works. I know some couples, they work their business independently. They're out holding rap parties and doing their own social media. And then other couples split the responsibilities, which is really what Sandy and I do. She does the marketing side. I do more of the behind the scenes charting and compensation plan and training and things like that. So she doesn't have to worry about it, and she can go out and do her thing. That way I don't have to worry about social media because I'm horrible at it. And she doesn't have to worry about doing PowerPoints because she doesn't know how to do that.
I also wanted to add, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I also wanted to add the number one way to support your spouse in this business, if there's any spouses on here and your partner is the one who mainly recruits and signs customers into your business, the number one way to support her is that when she's going to go do rap parties, encourage her, praise her, help with the kids, help her with the dishes, fold a load of laundry. Because us as women, not saying that we carry all the responsibilities, but mostly as women, we feel responsible for the household duties, for the mommy duties, for the cooking dinner. When we are relieved of those duties, then it sets us free and gives us time without the stress of worrying about the other stuff so that we can rock our business. It is hard to rock your business, especially right now. This is the 90-day push. This is the time that we need to really, really be focused in on our business. So men, husbands, even wives, if the husband's the one working it, help them out. Watch the kids. Clean the house.
Okay. Good. Thank you. So I got questions about when to sign your husband and when to build your husband and things like that. So what I'll tell you is this. It is entirely too hard to build two teams at one time. And so when you make the rank of diamond, I'm going to tell you that if you look at this chart right here, about 70 to 80% of your volume is going to be in this leg right here. Okay? Now, once you make diamond, you can maintain diamond off what they call maintenance. And that means you have to have at least 10,000 in volume, and no more than 50% of that can come out of any one leg. So you may be at 10,000 in this diamond structure, which is about where you'll be, but that means 7,000 is coming out of that leg, out of this leg right there. Okay? That means you need at least 5,000 outside of that leg coming out of here. Now, if your husband is this person, husband, and 70% of your volume is coming out of his leg, that means you cannot build on his leg anymore. That means you got to turn around and build like crazy outside of that leg to balance your volume. Okay? And so what that means is if your husband's not working, chances are this leg is going to come to a standstill and it's going to start dying off because you're concentrating all your efforts over here. Now, if this one is not your husband and 70% of your volume is over in this leg, what if your husband was sitting in one of these 400 legs? And then all of a sudden, you could start building that leg like crazy to build your volume, and now you're building a double commission check. Okay, does that make sense? And so when Sandy went diamond, that's exactly where I was. I was a 400 leg. Now, the question is how stable is this and how fast is this leg growing? Okay, because if it's not growing or it's stagnant, I'm going to tell you, hold off on your husband. You start strengthening this leg by adding new distributors to replace weak distributors, wherever they may be, until you get these legs growing on their own, till you get this person shooting for diamond and this person shooting for emerald. And once those legs are growing on your own, then once your diamond structure is stable, then you can sign your husband and you can just start slowly building under him. And so that's what we did. We got this emerald leg stable and growing fast. We got this ruby leg stable and growing, so they were naturally going diamond and they were naturally going emerald. And then we took that 400 leg, which was me, and then we slowly built under my leg until my leg was the big leg. And then we're maximizing our commissions and pulling 2 commission checks. So not until you're a diamond, not until you have a stable growing diamond structure and you're ready to move outside that existing structure would I recommend signing your spouse. So hopefully that answers the question.
Yeah, also a big part of that is I think a lot of people do not understand this. So if you went and opened a brick and mortar store, because the store was in your husband's name, you both still work it, right? So it's the same thing in this business. When I was just signed in as a new distributor, Dave was still a distributor with me. The company considers you both. Dave's a triple diamond. I'm a presidential, but guess what his pen says? He's a presidential diamond because we are joint. We are together. So it doesn't mean because you haven't put your husband's name in your E-suite yet that he can't work the business. I've had a lot of people come to me and saying, well, I told him I can't wait till he can work the business. No, go for it. Work it now. It's a joint effort. You guys are a business together. You're business partners. The just signing of the name is just going to create income after you go diamond. He's still in the business. He's a distributor.
Yeah, so the company allows 2 distributors per household. So all it is a second account. They allow you to create a second account. One would be in your name, one would be in his, but they're both your accounts, because you will assume the title of your spouse's rank, whoever's higher. So even though I'm only a triple diamond, I'm still considered a presidential because I'm married to Sandy, and so they recognize us as a couple. So I don't want you to think of it as your husband's account. I want you to think of it as a bonus account, a second account. So you have to consider yourself, when would it be best to create that second account and start building on it? And I'll tell you, you don't want to create that second account and start building that dual income until you've got a stable diamond structure that's growing. Then you can go concentrate on that second account. So hopefully that answers the question of when to sign your spouse. So go ahead.
I'm sorry. There's no more questions on here or the team page, but I did just get a text question, oddly enough. And so I'm going to answer it live. I don't even know if this person's on the webinar tonight. But anyways, the question was, Sandy, I really want to go Ruby by March 31st. How can I do it? Well, Dave just showed you how to chart it. I'll give you a few really good tips how to go Ruby in the next couple weeks. First of all, you've got to be planned out. So get that Ruby chart out, put your name at the top. Know what you need. Okay, I need 3 distributors, right? You're going to have to maximize your efforts this month. Double up those efforts. Remember, for the double good bonus, we're doubling. So how many wrap parties do I need to have between now and the 31st to get in front of this many people? How many blitzes do I need to do daily? How many people am I going to wrap daily? How many hours am I going to contribute to my business daily? You have to have a roadmap. You have to have a plan. What happens so often with a lot of us is we say, oh, I'm going Ruby. I'm done, but I don't know how I'm getting there. I'm just going to hope it happens. It won't happen, guys. You can make it happen, but you have to increase your efforts. If it's not working and you've been in business for 6 months or a year and you haven't made Ruby yet, make a few small changes. You never know. That could be your breakthrough. Get uncomfortable. Go out there and blitz people. Put your business. Remember that you have gold, and everybody that you present this to, you could change their life. Don't think about it for you. Take your name out of the equation. You are out to help other people. Our products are life-changing, and our opportunities life-changing. So what I'm going to tell you, if you want to go Ruby by March 31st, is right now tonight, take out that chart, put your name on it. Plan the next 3 weeks in this month. How many rep parties are you going to have? How many blitzes are you going to do per day? Do not come home until you do them. Get over that fear and go out there. Double your efforts. Post on social media in the morning and at night. Come in and check them at night and do your follow-ups. Have a plan of action and step out and say, I'm going to go Ruby, and then make it happen. The only way you promote in this company is making it happen. So you can't just say it. Go out there and create the actions that make it happen.
Okay, very good. So, listen, I played a video before the webinar. I always like to play something. And as I sat there and watched it, it was amazing. I just posted it to the team page. I'll just tell you, you have to watch that video. It's going to change not only your business, but I think it's going to change everything about your life in a positive manner. And it's by Tony Robbins. So enjoy it. And please, when you're done watching it, any aha moments you get from the video would be greatly appreciated. Thanks so much, everyone, and have a great night.